Everyone wants to be a good person, but what does that actually mean? Is that just being nice, doing good things, never making mistakes? Or is there something deeper to it? You see, the truth is being a good person is more than just about what you say. It's about what you do, how you act, and how you treat yourself. In this video today, I'm going to share to you the 3 powerful secrets of what it truly means to be a good person. But before we do that, let's get a definition of good. Let's head over to the library. As I start packing my things up, I start to realize definitions are different than just found those in books. We all define things differently than each other. However, I'm trying to get to the bottom of finding out what the definition of good really means. So, for that, I'm going to head over to the library, take a nice walk on this lovely day, great little exercise, and I'm going to find out what it really takes to be good. And the tips and advice from my life are going to be shown to you now. Here I am outside of the Holland Terrell Libraries at Washington State University trying to find a dictionary. Here we go, the world's largest dictionary. Open it up. And here is good. After that adventure right in front of me, one of the largest dictionaries I could find, the Oxford Universal Dictionary here at Washington State Public Library, I found that there is these definitions for good. There's multiple. The page is huge. It's not only on this page. If you flip the page over, there's more. However, there's a few key definitions that stick out for me. One is to be desired of or approved of. The other, being morally right. And the other one that I think is probably the one we'll focus on most is the benefit to someone or something. So, the other thing is, this book, although it has the definitions of words, doesn't mean everything. As I walk through these mounds of books with all words in them and all that other stuff, I also think it's important to understand that we also have definitions of words ourselves. As this book, the dictionary, said the benefit to someone or something, I also think there's one other thing about being good. Being good to yourself. You see, you matter. You matter a lot. Now, let's find a nice spot and do some talking. As I reflect on the definition of good, I start to think that I also need to be good to myself in order to be good to others. You know, you can't always be there for everyone else if you're not there for yourself. So let's dive into our first thing. After we know we can all have our own definitions because some words may mean differently to me than you, however, the one thing that I think we can all agree on is you need to be good to yourself. And be honest. Be honest with yourself. Know how you're feeling. Know how you're doing. You cannot fill up others' cups if your cup is not already full yet. So let's start with point number 1, with being honest. Like I said, being honest to yourself. Know how you're feeling in the moment. Understand that sometimes you're not going to be at your best and other times you will be. But be sure that you do some self-checking. Make sure you're doing all right. Make sure you're having a great day. But also be honest with others, but in a respectful way. You know, the nice thing about being good to others is telling them, hey, I'm looking out for you. You know, this is not from judgment. This is out from me looking out for you. Making sure you're clear with that and standing up for what's right, you know, even if it's unpopular. Sometimes you may see something going on and you're like, hey, that's not cool. Well, go out and change that. You know, being honest can be shown in so many different ways, big or small. If you're just seeing someone and you say, wow, you are dressed very nicely today. What a nice outfit. Or just even being honest with someone saying, hey, I don't like what you said to me. That kind of hurt. By saying that, you're just going to be good to yourself and that other person because you're going to strengthen that relationship for what's to come down the road. So making sure that you are doing what is necessary to be honest to yourself and others. Let's move to our next point. I believe that good relationships are based off of good people. In order to be happy with one another, friendships, like a relationship, boyfriend, girlfriend, or even marriage, you need to make sure that both of you are good to each other and good to yourselves. That's the way for happiness to come from good people. I'm sure you guys could have guessed point number 2 from probably a mile away. However, that's to be kind. Small acts of kindness, large acts of kindness, even just whatever types of kindness, just do it. Kindness is a thing that is not always deserved for people. Someone may have wronged you and you may want to retaliate, bite back, be like, I need to stand up because they did something to me that hurt me. However, no, don't. That's not being a good person as we defined it as. Being a good person means to be kind when you can. Now, let's be honest. I know I'm not always kind to people when I need to be, or when I should be, or even when I don't need to be because they did something wrong to me. However, I should be. Being kind is taking those intentional steps out of your way to make sure you brighten someone else's day. It's hard to be kind all the time. I struggle with it too. I'm not trying to say I'm this patron person that is better than the rest of y'all. You are condemned. No. I am just as broken as you guys are when it comes to being kind. Gosh, but sometimes when you step out and you just be kind to people, it warms your heart up too. Holding the door open for someone, very easy. But when you hear that thank you of that appreciation, it just makes you feel better. Even when you don't, you know how much that means to you when someone does that to you. Even just reaching out to people you haven't heard from in a long time, seeing how they're doing, that makes them feel so much better because when that happens to you, you feel great. So go out of your way, find those intentional moments to be kind to others. Therefore, this world needs more kindness, and only you can get that started. And everyone else, but they're going to follow your example. Let's go to our third and final point after I break this down. They say that it takes 7 seconds to change someone's day with an act of kindness. You spend more than 7 seconds in the bathroom, more than 7 seconds getting dressed, more than 7 seconds on everyday tasks. So go out, make those 7 seconds matter for some person. Third and final thing is taking responsibility for your actions. Owning up to your mistakes is something very hard to do, and I understand. I make mistakes all the time, and owning up to them is really hard. However, learning from them is the big takeaway. If you can learn from what you did wrong, you can apply that to your future instead of making excuses like, oh, that won't happen again. But learning what you did wrong and applying it to be better, it's just going to be great. And the other thing is just apologize when necessary. When you make a mistake, you're wrong, say you're sorry, and go a long way. But really mean it, because just a simple little sorry isn't always great. But by saying, hey, I know I did this wrong, it affected you this way, and I'm sorry for that, is one of the best things that you can do. One thing that I know I struggle with is saying those apologies to people. It's hard, but you have to admit, pull up your bootstraps and keep on going. People will respect you and really appreciate you by doing that. And without further ado, let's wrap this video up nicely in a bow, back where we started. At the end of the day, to wrap it all up, being a good person is not about being perfect. However, it's about making an effort to be kind, honest, responsible, good to yourself every single day that you can. Small actions add up. If you add one 1,000,000 times, that's 1,000,000. And that is a large number. And the way that you treat people, including yourself, define the person that you are. You want to leave a legacy behind. You want others to remember you. The way to do that is being kind. I'll leave you with this. What's one thing that you can do today to be a better person? Think about it, rest on it, and actuate it. And, little shameless plug. If you enjoyed this content or just whatever, please just like, subscribe, and comment one thing that you're grateful for today. I really appreciate you all. And we are going to be making a video every single day in March. This is March's first video, and this is going to be fun. Can't wait to see what we'll do next, and see you next time here on The Life of Matthew Mendez. Thank you so much, and have a good day. And there goes my MacBook. Thank you so much for watching. Bye, y'all.